Hello guys, it's B-RAD and welcome to episode 2 of my Trade to Glory. Now if you did watch the first one, you'll know that we are looking to get that Bundesliga right back from the league SBC, which due to some trading over the FUT birthday period, I managed to get some coins and managed to get some players, and we are going to finish that off in today's episode, and then we're going to go and get into a division rivals game and just try them out and see what it's like. As you can see on the screen at the moment, I've got some items in the transfer market that I have sold. So if you remember, during the FUT birthday pack opening, I did pack Oblak and PK. Now at the time I was just putting them into the club. I wasn't really sure what I was going to do about selling them or whether I was going to keep them for potential SBCs. But due to the mid icon pack being there at the moment, these cards are worth so much money compared to where they were at. So the Oblak card I sold for 71,000, PK for 36. That was a massive help to some of these cards from the Union Berlin and the Paderborn teams for the Bundesliga, because they are so expensive at the moment. I then tend to do a little bit of trading on some regular cards, so I always tend to do Belgian centre backs from Spurs and try and see if I can snipe them. I did a few of these to get a little bit of coins, but it's only one on the market here just to show you. He was instantly selling at 28,250 coins, and I was picking these up for anything from 26,000 or under. So making roughly sort of 1 to 1,500 coins every time. And then John Stones is one of those ones that I think goes a little bit under the radar. It's because everybody just sees the 83s at the moment, and as you can see at the ones at the end here, they are not worth a lot of money. Aaron Ramsey at the moment is only worth, I think, about 1,500 coins. Trent is a little bit more expensive because he is a right back for Liverpool and obviously is needed in their SBCs, plus right backs and left backs just generally are more priced than this. I think he's around about 4k. And then Sami Khedira again in the centre mid there is not very expensive at all, I think around about 1,900 to 2,000 coins. So when people see these cards at the 83s, like your Pickfords, I think he's around about 1,100 coins. Any of the other 83s that tend to regularly come out of packs, they just assume that a lot of those cards are around that same price and will just list any 83 up for around the 2,000 coin mark and hope to get a sell. Thing is with John Stones, he is actually a 5.5k player. So what I was doing, I was on the web app to do this. I find it a lot easier to trade on there, and I was just looking for any John Stones that were under 4.5k. And we found several, these are just 3 of them, but found several that gave us a lot of profit to get us up to 310,000 coins. The reason I have to clear some of them and not be able to show you the whole transfer list is on the web app sometimes it glitches out and it doesn't actually show you the balance if they've insta-sold unless you actually go into the transfer list and clear the items. I don't know why that happens on my web app. I don't know if you guys have the same problem as well. But yeah, so I have to clear them off in order to see if I've instant sold players so that I can get a rough gauge of what price they are definitely going at, so I can then go on and trade and get more cards. So we'll clear them off the transfer list, and as I say, we are now very much in the midst of finishing off the Bundesliga SBC to get that player. I have got a pack in the store here, but with FUT birthday batch 2 being Friday night, I plan to do some of the SBCs that are available and keep the packs, and also again my friend Matty has kept some packs for me to do on his account, so we're going to do another pack opening Friday night as part of Trade to Glory episode 3. But what we'll do now is we'll head over to the squad building challenges section, and I will show you there in my favourites is the Bundesliga SBC. So we currently have Union Berlin, which I am going to go and submit now because I have completed that team. We get a small goal players pack there. It's not a great pack, but again, I am going to save that one to Friday. You never know. And then we're going to get a Paderborn, and you'll see in here I need, I think, 4 players. So I need 2 strikers, the cam, and a right mid. These players are incredibly expensive. I'm going to try and snipe them a little bit today, but being as it's during the day on a Tuesday, there's not a lot of activity, and this is on the Xbox, so just generally the market is a lot smaller. I won't sort of waste time trying to snipe them too much. If I don't really get any joy, then I will just buy them at their lowest value. But I think some of these strikers for Paderborn are around about 20,000 coins. So this could now potentially cost me another 80k just to get this player. But hey, we've come this far. And what it does mean is Once I have finished with these, I then get to reset the Bundesliga SBC, which actually then means I can do some of the ones that give us some of the better packs, so that I can then make those packs up ready for Friday night and open the rest of the packs. So actually, since I last looked, they've gone down a little bit. There's a couple there that are around about 17k. Just to be on the safe side, I am going to look at silver, because I'm not entirely sure what the rating is there. We've got a couple coming up at this price. So that is Shabeni, who actually was a Norwich striker for a little while, which, if you didn't look in previous episodes, is where I am from. So we'll get Shabeni, and then we'll pick this guy up quickly as he's just appeared on the market for 16k. And I need a right mid. Okay, they seem to be a little bit cheaper than that, so I'm just going to knock that down to 13k. There's one there at 10,750, which we're going to buy straight now. Just caught that on the end there. It's quite low priced. I think the lowest there was actually around about 11.5 to 12k. So he goes in. Then we just need the cam spot. Before I go and get the one for the cam, I'm always a stickler for going to see what other ones I have already put into the SBC. A lot of people, to make some coins on this, will position change some of the centre mid players that may be cheaper to a cam, and hope that the people that are trying to snipe the players will pick them up and just end up paying over the odds for that player. So I'm going to go and pop these guys in. So that is Shabani in and Zielinski. I'll pop the right mid in, and as you can see there, so I'm one rating away, so that means whatever card I put in pretty much will get me the rating. I've already got the chem, so I wouldn't even need actually to get a centre mid. I could get a goalkeeper. Now the chances here is that I've got to try and remember every single player that I've got, and I don't know about you guys, but I'm not all up on my Paderborn Bundesliga players. But just having a quick scan along here, I'm just going to see that in bronze terms I've got a goalkeeper and a centre back. So what I'm going to go is over to the transfer market and look at the bronze players from Paderborn. Do a little minimum buy now at any position. Just going to see what it throws up for me. So I can already see there's a left back there that's really cheap. There is also a silver goalkeeper there that is cheap as well. Given his rating, I may well go for him. I'm not entirely sure. So he's 1600 coins. I'm just going to go and double check again, because I didn't look at the silver cards, that he is not in the SBC already, because I do sometimes put some goalkeepers in that are out of position. And there we go, he's in. We're submitting him. It's a small Prime Electron players pack, so again it's another one that we are going to keep to Friday just in case. But here we go, Bundesliga completed, one player pick. We know who I'm going for. I've been looking forward to getting this player the whole time. I already have this Mateus Cunha card, which again I do say is an incredible card for an 83. I am going to be looking to possibly change my team a little bit and integrate his winter refresh card back into my team. But there we go, it's Lena, 93 pace, 85 defending, 89 physical. He just looks like an incredible card. He's got 99 stamina, 91 stand and tackle, 95 slide tackle, and his passing is the main thing here that I'm looking at. He's 90 short pass, 85 long pass. That's brilliant that you want from a right back, because he's always going to be the person that gets that counter attack on the way, sending it out to your CDMs, and from there you're then moving forward into your attack. So we'll get him in the club, and then I'll show you a little bit about how we're going to go into this Division Rivals game with the team. Obviously I'm sitting there with a 4-2-4 at the moment. That is not what I play in game. I do switch to the 4-2-3-1. Okay, so here we are with my squad, and as I said before, just going to show you what happens. So we set up in the 4-2-4 just to get the chemistry on the players, but if we go into my custom tactics, look at my game plans on my attacking, I will then show you that in the team, this is how I have it. I have Werner up front with Greenwood in the cam position behind him, Rashford on the left hand side, Rashika on the right hand side. That is just due to having players with sort of the most pace that maybe aren't the greatest at shooting, just to sort of get down that line, cut inside, feed the ball in. Then we've got Kai Havertz there as my left CDM. As you can see, I do have him on get forward. I don't want him to stay back in CDM, I just leave Rijkaard to do all that. Robertson at left back, Sanchez at left centre back, Hierro right centre back, and now my new Lena card there, who is on stay back while attacking, but if he does get forward, I like him to overlap with that right cam. And at the moment, we still do have David De Gea in goal. As I've said before, it does need to be a Premier League goalkeeper to get Davinson Sanchez on chem, or an icon, but I'm not grinding out the game at the moment to get an icon goalkeeper. And as far as Premier League goalkeepers go, I don't think actually many of them in this game are that good. I did use Ter Stegen before this, and that is an unbelievable card in the game. But we'll go into our division rivals game, and we'll get into the game. Okay, so here's the team we're coming up against. Looks like he's maybe got some connection problems, which is a little bit worrying. Not a bad team. He's got some very basic Premier League cards in there, so that makes me think he's maybe doing some objectives. I think maybe there is a 9 first owned Premier League players objective for the icon swaps there, so he could well be doing that. But even with that, there's some good cards in there, some good pack pulls, and SBC Chong I think I saw in there as well. But yeah, we'll get into the game, we'll see how we get on. Okay, so that was a tough half actually. There's not a lot to show really. I didn't get any shots away. He dominated me completely. He just can't seem to get into a good enough position to get a goal past De Gea. We've got into the box a couple of times, and then his Davinson Sanchez, even though he's a normal rare gold card, just seems to be closing us down. Yeah, I've not been able to get any of my strikers involved in play. So that's a little bit undeserved. Like I say, I've been mostly dominated in him going forward. He just can't seem to create the right chance to put one away. But we've got a nice little 1-2 between Werner and Greenwood there, and we find ourselves 1-0 up, so we'll take it. It's not like I've not been in the game. It's just that when I've gotten to that final third, I've been intercepted every single time at the last minute, just as I'm about to get in the right position, try and unleash a shot. Oof. Greenwood nearly put one in from a finesse on the outside of the box there. It would have been nice to just get 2-0 because I still feel like he's still kind of in this game. But there we have it, full time, 1-0, which I'm pretty sure you'll see by the stats isn't really that deserved. I think I maybe ended up getting 3 or 4 shots away, but the difference is I am waiting until I get a very clear-cut chance. He did have a couple of chances where he was kind of shooting in positions where I was clearly going to pick up with my defenders or clearly pick it up with the goalkeeper. But we'll go into the stats and have a look. Yeah, so 12 shots to 4, so he did dominate on the amount of shots that he had, but actually it doesn't really reflect what happened in the game. I defended really well against his attacks. And yeah, like I say, he wasn't really taking those clear-cut chances. All in all, thinking about Lena, He did a really good job down that side. I can't remember actually who he had on the left hand side, which probably means even more that he did a good job at right back. So yeah, he seems pretty solid. He started off some sort of through ball passes down to my CDM onto my right cam really well there. So I'm really happy with that performance, really happy with getting that card. We'll see what we've just completed in the objectives. So we've scored our second goal of our Man United player, so that will be Greenwood. Like I say, I haven't used him a lot, so that's why we've only just now got that one. So that will go for another pack to be opened on Friday night. And then we've just got our lone Maldini. Don't tend to use lone players. I don't think they should be used in rivals or Foot Champions games. I think it should really be a thing that you could just use in friendlies. But whether that's something that FIFA will change in the future or not, or whether you'll have a cap on how many lone players you could do, I don't know. I don't know how they'll play this in the future. Unfortunately, I just think it's going to be part of the game. But that's the episode just for today. So it's just a little look into finishing that SBC off, having a look at my squad, playing a game with the new card introduced, which we did come out with the win, so we're happy with that one. Like I say, there'll be another episode of the Trade to Glory up on Friday night. That is going to be some pack openings for the second batch of Foot Birthday players. But also I do have my Graph to a Draft series, so go and check that out as well.